And we're now getting some other breaking developments also coming in, where sources are telling us here at CNN News 18 that the meeting at Anurag Thakur's residence with the wrestlers was inconclusive. And the sports minister has in fact cancelled all his programs today due to a planned meeting with the wrestlers. Let me go straight to Arun Danta, who in fact has been tracking these developments for us. So Arun, we're understanding the meeting between the wrestlers and Anurag Thakur was inconclusive. But what are your sources telling you? What are the kind of assurances that were given to the wrestlers, and if any solutions that were discussed as well?
Well, Ridhima, we can start with the fact that yesterday, when the meeting concluded at around 2 a.m. at the minister's residence, Anurag Thakur's residence, it ended on this note that tomorrow, which is today, we'll meet again at the breakfast. There was no specific timings. It was told that we will meet on the breakfast today morning, and we'll take our discussions forward. That was the note on which that meeting ended. Now today, since Anurag Thakur has a planned schedule for today, he cancelled all his appointments for today because he was expecting the wrestlers to come to his residence and to continue with the dialogue. So therefore, as of now, we are learning that wrestlers are in no mood to come here to meet the sports minister. In fact, the officials of sports ministry, the sports secretary, DG, Sports Authority of India, and the joint secretary of sports ministry were present here. The meeting was planned in a way that these officials will sit alongside with the minister Anurag Thakur, and of course the discussion will take place with the wrestlers. And they were inside. They waited almost for 2 hours, and then we saw the officials of sports ministry and SAI leaving the residence of Anurag Thakur. So there is no sign of the wrestlers to reach here at Anurag's residence, and since it was already planned yesterday that they will meet again today, so in a way we can say that if wrestlers have not turned up for this meeting, they are not really happy with the points raised by the sports ministry before them, because yesterday in that meeting, as we have been reporting, that it was told by the delegation of the wrestlers that they want the dismantling of the Wrestling Federation of India first, then only they can discuss other matters. Remember, we were also reporting this, that Anurag Thakur, the sports minister, had given them various other proposals as to what can be done to actually pacify these wrestlers. But they were very much adamant on their demand that first they want the suspension of the Wrestling Federation of India, and once that is done, then of course, as Minister said, the committee can be formed, that can be done, and if there is any action needed, that can be taken. But they were adamant with this demand that first suspension of Wrestling Federation of India is needed, and they are still adamant on their demand, and that is perhaps the reason why they have not turned up for this meeting today.
So Arun, what you're pointing out is crucial, and I request you to stay on with us. So what Arun essentially is saying, that there was an expectation as far as representatives of the sports ministry that the wrestlers will be meeting them again, and possibly they could continue the conversation where they left things yesterday. But we do know that the wrestlers haven't moved from Jantar Mantar, where they continue to protest. So let's understand what's happening at Jantar Mantar. Our colleagues Anshul and Nikhil also now joining us, both reporting as far as the protests of the wrestlers are concerned. Anshul, let me come to you first. So essentially what Arun is saying, that the sports ministry officials and representatives were working with the hope that the wrestlers will meet them again today. But we have seen none of them have moved from Jantar Mantar. What are the wrestlers saying? What really happened in that meeting with Anurag Thakur yesterday?
So yes, what sources within the wrestlers community at this point in time is saying that the meeting was absolutely inconclusive, and although Anurag Thakur eventually came out and gave them the assurance that the sports ministry will definitely look into all their complaints and would try to solve their issues in a very, very democratic and in a manner that the constitution actually allows them, the constitution of the federation allows them. So, but yes, the wrestlers are still very, very adamant. They say that until and unless Brijbhushan Sharan Singh is removed from the post of the president, till then no free and fair inquiry could happen. In fact, what we have been told is that the sports ministry also told them that they are ready to build a a committee which could be led by a representative of their choice as well. But yes, they are still very, very adamant that until and unless the resignation comes from the president, they are not going to go ahead with any sort of mediation at this point in time. But yes, all eyes right now here at Jantar Mantar, if I could try and show you in the visuals over here, all eyes are now on that very important press conference that is going to happen at 4 p.m. By Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh in Gonda. Now it remains to be seen what are the allegations that he is going to put against these wrestlers, because yes, in the press release or the press invitation that we have received, it is very clearly mentioned that he is going to put out some very grave facts in this entire matter and would actually go ahead and expose these wrestlers. So yes, they are currently waiting for that press conference to happen, and once that press conference happens, we are expecting a rebuttal to come from the wrestlers at this point in time. But yeah, yes, if you could see in the visuals, the senior wrestlers, the likes of Bajrang Punia, Sakshi Malik, are not present at the protest site at this point in time. We have been told that they have gone to rest because the meeting that happened yesterday, that happened for a very, very long time and they did not get any time to rest.
Okay.
So yes, at this point they have gone to rest, and in the next few minutes we are expecting them to come back again and join the protest yet again.
Okay, so as Anshul is pointing out, right now there's no movement that's happening at Jantar Mantar because all the wrestlers want to first hear from what is going to come out of that crucial press conference that is going to be addressed by the President of the Wrestling Federation of India. But Nikhil, I want to bring you also in the conversation. Now, earlier in the day, our colleague Pranchu in fact confronted the President of the Wrestling Federation and asked him if he's going to step down. The President, Brij Bhushan, minced no words and said, "Istife ki to koi baat hi nahi hai." How are the wrestlers reacting to that comment?
Ridhima, the wrestlers are hardly speaking anything beyond a particular point, beyond a particular statement to the media persons as well. So on one side, they do want the attention of the media, but on the other, they are not saying much to the reporters who are present here at the ground zero. And this is a matter of concern because on one side, there are now the questions which are being raised with the protesters as well, that did they raise the said issue on the proper platform or not, or what were the red flags which were flagged by them during the course of time, and the entire the allegations, so to say, which were when they were taking place. So did they mention these things to the competent authority or not? So this is something which is being asked to them as well. So now they are in the internal discussions as to what their further strategy is going to be in the hours to come, because they are also watching the situation which is going to unfold at 4 p.m. today, when Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who is the WFI president, he is going to address a PC.
Yeah.
Because clearly, if you go by the press invite, which is out in the public domain now, Ridhima, it clearly states that he is going to expose at the same time the political conspiracy which is currently underway. So now they are also closely watching the situation as to what are the counter allegations which is about to come from their side. Then they are going to further, take their strategy. But as mentioned by our senior colleague Arun Dhanta as well, yes, today, another set of meeting, it was expected to take place. This is the reason why many of the officials from the Sports Authority of India and the Sports Ministry, they were all present at 22 Akbar Road, which is the official residence of the Sports Minister Anurag Thakur.
Yeah.
But clearly, the wrestlers had not gone to that particular place.
Yeah.
It
so
shows
as
that there
Anshul
are some
and
of
Nikhil
the
are
apprehensions
pointing
from their
out,
side
as
well.
of now, the wrestlers are not speaking to the media. They are in a wait and watch mode because they want to hear what comes out of that crucial press conference that's going to be addressed by the President of the Wrestling Federation of India. I'll just request my